state legislators are trying to figure out what they're going to do in this with this new administration coming in. What do you think you're going to do different? You've been serving your district for quite some time. Are there any things you're going to do different in this season?
Well, I think that I've always felt like regardless of who's in the White House or who's at the governor's level, there are still things that are important for Black people, and particularly the constituents I serve, that have to get done. So I don't allow things like that to drive me. I just look at what the community needs, and I still fight for those things. So I feel the same way going into this, that you know, we still need to leverage the White House to send resources. We still need to leverage them to be inclusive in thought, to make sure the right people at the table. So we still have to fight for those things.
What are those things that you are going to be pushing for, legislative policies that you really want to move forward with?
Well, I think that right now, with the election of the president, that the ground is so fertile right now for Black people to come together in a unified way, not total unity, operational unity. We can come up with things that we want to accomplish together and to move not only us forward, but this country forward. That's what I'm thinking about.
How does that happen with people who have had voter apathy? We saw people not go to the voting booths.
I understand. But what we have to get them to think about, and what I'm doing and trying to get them to think about, okay, there was a reason you were apathetic. Part of it is voter fatigue. I get that. You know, every year it's an election and an election, and you're tired of the emails, you're tired of all of that stuff. But your issue is very important. So what do you want me to be fighting for? And let's go out in the collective and get others to get on board. It's hard work, but it's doable. We've been through things before in this country.
Right. Are there any specifics as far as your district that your constituents are saying, this is the issue that I really want to see at the forefront, or are you putting forth any new measures, whether it be on health care or housing?
Well, the thing that's important in my district over and over, and I fought for and will continue to fight for, is Black businesses having access to capital, Black businesses getting contracts with not only the city, county, but the state, Black businesses, firms, organizations having access to managed funds in some of these big pools of funds that our state manage, some brokers. These are the things that can empower communities. And so those are the things that I keep hearing and I keep fighting for.
On the backs of upward mobility, like what you're talking about, you're in a super minority.
Doesn't matter. We still can get things done.
Right.
And the thing that I have to keep encouraging my caucus about, because sometimes it can get very depressing.
Yeah.
Right, and you can let that depression drive you.
Okay.
Or you can still decide you want to push forward with your issue. And so even in this super minority, we still passed a lot of very meaningful bills last year.
Talk about some of those. Just give us an example of a couple of bills that you are really proud of that you got through.
Well, I would say a bill that I got through that I'm really proud of is expungement, which I was told would not happen. Hey, girl, they've been doing that for years. But it didn't stop me from fighting for it and finding like-minded people on the other side whose district was experiencing the same problems. So now they can become a fighter for what you're fighting for too. So that's what I did. I reached across the aisle, found somebody who, you know, had someone that was in a similar situation and realized we need to do something about this. Same thing go for health care. We think about the great strides we've made with sickle cell in our state. It may not be popular because that don't affect my community. Well, it does because, and then you lay out why it affects their community. 2, mental health. We could talk about getting doulas passed, you know, expanding Medicaid for 12 months for women postpartum. So you have to keep fighting for these issues and make it relevant to those that don't see it the way you see it.